If you guys don't know, first and foremost, I'm a Christian. I'm also the host of Gunfighter Life podcast. I've been blessed by God to be a professional gunfighter most of my adult life. Marine Corps combat veteran, law enforcement veteran, LAPD, also served in another branch of the military, state rifle and pistol champion, a few different times, a few different states, private contractor for a three-letter government agency I won't specify, and the commander of a tactical team to stop active shooters in a large metropolitan area to establish some street cred if you don't normally listen to the podcast. But I thought this would be a better video about war belts, battle belts. Talking about being the commander of a tactical team to stop active shooters, this was my actual war belt, my battle belt, whatever you want to call it, whatever vernacular. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about this belt. Let's start off with what you guys are probably curious about the most, the firearm. There's nobody behind the camera. And on a side note, if you notice it swaying, I have a rat tourniquet around a small tree. That is my selfie stick. The gun. This is an STI 2011. Okay, this is one that I ran as an actual professional gunfighter. Put that back in. The holster is important. Not necessarily the exact type, but this is a Blackhawk Omnivore. It's an active retention holster, meaning that you have to defeat the retention. I think that's important if you're going to do any kind of open carry. I don't want somebody to just go out and be able to grab my gun, especially in a urban, suburban kind of environment where there's people all around. You don't want somebody to walk up and grab your gun, okay? You should practice gun retention and all that, but still, that buys you time. Active retention, I think that's important. So this is the Blackhawk Omnivore. Also a cool thing about this, you can get the adapter so it just comes off, and since it's heavy, I'll take it off, so it'll allow me to talk about the rest of the belt here. Going around the front of the belt, this is my first go-to pistol reload, emergency reload. It's exposed so that I can grab it and insert it into the gun for my emergency or speed reload. I want it to be fast. It does have a pretty good amount of friction retention, but I like another kind of retention in the back, which we'll get to. Going around the front, right behind that, and colored so it blends in really well, you probably didn't even notice it till I pointed it out, that's a push dagger, okay? That's a get off me thing. If my gun is pinned on my side and I'm laying on my side and I can't get to it and I'm ground fighting, I can grab that with either hand and use it as a get off of me implement, however you want to take that. So, and it kind of blends in, it's tucked into this magazine pouch. This mag pouch is kind of unique. I don't remember exact make and model, but I can run, if I'm only running a handgun, 2 extra pistol magazines in there. They're quick. This serves as a tensioner. So I can run 2 other pistol magazines in there. I can also run an AR magazine with the tensioner, and it stays in rather well. I can also run a SCAR 17 magazine, and I would vacillate between the two if I was running a rifle, which was not uncommon. That is my go-to flashlight. We'll talk about that there. This is my secondary pistol reload if I'm not running more up here, but this one, I like at least 1 magazine with an active retention. Why that's important, again, if I'm ground fighting, I have, done a combat cartwheel, whatever the case might be, then this is still in there. This is not going to fall out, right? No matter how much I shake it, no matter what, unless somebody actively takes the Velcro and gets it out, it's not going to come out. I wouldn't advise that for your first reload because it's slower. It's more steps. The more you have to do, the longer it's going to take. That's just the way it works. But I like one with active retention. Behind that is a collapsible baton. This is a super lightweight collapsible baton. I can tell by the logo it's an ASP. I don't remember the model, but it's a small, lightweight collapsible baton for less than lethal. So there is that. Also, kind of tucked in, you probably wouldn't notice it like the push dagger unless I pointed it out. This is 550 cord on a little clasp. I can just unhook it. It blends in with the belt. Why is that important? There's all kinds of things you can use 550 cord for. It's not just, for the middle of nowhere, urban environments, right? If I am doing an entry into a room and there's a bad guy in there that wants to kill me, and I open that door, where's he probably going to shoot? The door. Where should I probably not be? The door. This, if it's a latch, will allow me to make, like, let's say a bowline knot, attach it to the door quietly, covertly, and at a distance open the door so that I don't get shot in the face. I'm a big fan of that. right here, that's my name tape, really nothing there. I like to run a flat, mostly flat back. This is squishy. So if I fall on my back or I'm ground fighting on the ground, they don't have some giant lump back there. I like to run a flat back of the belt. Also, for more practical, doing vehicle operations, doing things like that, getting in and out of vehicles, the flat back just for health reasons and, you know, posture reasons, okay? The flat back is kind of important. Back here in the other magazine pouch, that is a rat tourniquet. If you can't see there, I won't take it out. You probably know what a tourniquet looks like. Also, right there, handcuffs, and so I don't have to take those out. Handcuffs, okay? So these are the lightweight version. I like to save weight where I can, but a good set of handcuffs, restraints. If you are not in law enforcement, you may or may not want those. You may want to go with flexi cuffs. Also in between those is just a paracord bracelet. It's extra paracord. It's also a compass. You may think the compass is only for out in the wilderness, like around here. However, the compass can come in handy in an urban suburban environment. Let's say I'm responding to a giant food court that I've never been to in an area, and they are on the radio saying he's in the northwest corner of the food court. Well, I may have no idea when I'm inside where the northwest corner is. So I can take that off, hold it, and look and see where the northwest corner is. Pretty handy. So you got that there. The only other thing would be comms, which would be attached another way. I usually would attach those to my body armor, which would probably be a separate video. But anyway, that's the war belt. So just so you get an idea of somebody that's actually run a war belt in real life, not, you know, pontificating just theoretically on the internet. So that's my war belt. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a blessed day.